Now that there are two Lloyd, we will call our MC as Kim Suho, who is his real name from his past life. The real Lloyd, Frontera angrily shouted. If it weren't for you, I could have lived a good life. I became a wandering spirit that is not even registered because of a bastard like you. Take responsibility for this. Kim Suho was thinking deeply while listening to the whining of the real Lloyd Frontera. Then he proposed an idea, with his ugly, smug face. Kim Suho said, "Okay, let's do this then. I don't gain anything from helping you, so let's just live our own lives separately." The real Lloyd was shocked, but Kim Suho doesn't care and continued to walk away to finish the construction. The real Lloyd ran, saying, "Wait, you imposter, do you have any conscience?" But before he could go near towards Kim Suho, the best Pokemon, Podong, punched him in the face, which made him thrown away. Kim Suho continuously walking, and the real Lloyd was left in that area crying because he knows that he will become a wandering spirit in hell once again. But for Kim Suho, this guy is the real son of those two parents that shows him affection and treated him well. That is when his conscience triggers in, and he could only scratch his head for being annoyed. He picked up the poor crying Lloyd and said, "You, what do you need me to get you? Stop whining." From being emotional a while ago, the real Lloyd angrily said, "You imposter, that is for you to think about it." Because of the rude behavior of the real Lloyd, Kim Suho flicks his face, and he asks Kim Suho, why did he do something like that? Kim Suho told him that it was because he called him as an imposter. Lloyd said, "What is wrong with that? It is the truth, isn't it?" Kim Suho replied, "Well, in Korea, you get hit for speaking the truth." Kim Suho put him in his pocket and said, "Just stay quiet until I finish the construction, and I will help you after that." Because of that, Lloyd got angry and shouted, "Who said you could imprison me? Free me right now." But he stops his whining when he notices that there are other beings in his back. It was actually the legendary Pokemons of Kim Suho that he puts in his pocket. Kim Suho told his pets to make him keep quiet. Then only the thing could be heard was that Lloyd was being beaten down by these Pokemons. In Kim Suho's mind, a grand construction project of 110 kilometers. Let's finish this quickly and get him to quiet down. Once the roadbed of stage 1 is over, we will proceed to stage 2. We will use the pyroclastic rocks to build the roadbed. For stage 3, lay out rail tie made from lava centipede legs. For stage 4, lay out the rails from the lava centipede shells that were processed by Javier. For stage 5 is to call his legendary Pokemon Podong to jump on the rail tie and shells from lava centipede to compress on the ground. Kim Suho looks at Podong while compressing the railway. In his mind, since it is not the latest method of construction, it will be super shaky and dusty. Riding on it will probably make you want to puke. But his face suddenly turns into ugly, because even though he knows that there will be some problems, it is none of his business anymore. This bastard has no conscience. Kim Suho told Javier, "Hey, Javier, I will go and do a round of inspection. Make sure you will supervise them well." Javier said that he understood the orders and will follow. The real Lloyd on the pocket was shocked. In his mind, what is with this imposter? I knew that he always did a lot of things, but he has been working without rest for over a month. When is he going to play? When is he going to drink alcohol? Is this how he lives? Lloyd remembers the time when the Grim Reaper said, "Do you think that if that kind of person didn't have that kind of superpowers, he would drink alcohol every day? And do you think that if you had that ability, you would work as hard as he does?" He was silent after he remembers that, but still in his mind, no, he is not like that. He is someone who is cheap, petty and mean. He will definitely run away as soon as a small problem occurs, right? On the other hand, Podong just happily jumps at the railways for it to be compressed. But there is suddenly a movement in the magma below. It was that there is a hidden creature resting in there. In that creature's mind, damn it, I haven't even slept for 20,000 years yet. Who the hell is making all this noises? But Podong jumps at the railway stronger compared to before. The creature said, "Damn it, I couldn't take it anymore. It's so freaking noisy." Then there is a large bubble that was formed in magma, and something in there is suddenly rising up. It was a large magma monster. The monster shouted, "Shut the freaking up and let me sleep." Kim Suho, on the other hand, turns into ugly face and angrily shouted, "Damn it! Why is something always appearing when I am doing my construction?" The demons were running in fear and don't want to be caught by that lava monster. The demons were shouting, "It is the Dunkleos. Run away. It is supposed to be asleep for 10,000 more years. Why it is awake already?" The Dunkleos pointed at the railway and said, "I tried to bear with it, but this is way too much. Is that it? Is that what is causing all this ruckus?" But with just a second, Kim Suho become the Flash and run faster like a track and field athlete, and he even swiped down the demons who were in his way, making them fall to the ground. Maybe his motto is save yourself first. The demons who saw his immoral action was happy, and they said, "Wow, look at how fast that bastard is running. That freaking selfish bastard is so freaking cool." The Dunkleos said, "Is it this? Is this the cause of the ruckus? Would it be quiet if I trampled the hell out of it?" Because of that, the Dunkleos kicked down the compressed railways that made it broken down. Because of that, Kim Suho stopped from running away and turns 360 towards the Dunkleos, running while protesting, saying that the Dunkleus is a villainous bastard. He runs toward the lava monster. With his ugly face, Kim Suho points his finger at him and angrily said, "In life things could get a little noisy, couldn't they? Why would you cause trouble when you can just bear with it a little?" The Dunkleos angrily replied, "What did you say? You bastard. You are in the wrong here. And you dare say that to me?" The demons were so hyped about the shamelessness of their role model, Kim Suho. He is the god of shamelessness. Even the shame could become shy in front of him. The demons shouted, "Wow, that was a really freaking cool personality. No human should be able to be so shameless. But this bastard was able to do it." Dunkleos clenched his fist and said, "All right then, let us see which one of us dies today." Even he was just a small ant in front of the Dunkleos. Kim Suho did not back down. So he called his hidden weapon. He shouted, calling Javier. Javier, who is a Grand Master, becomes a guardian angel of this bastard, and he tells Javier to cut him down. But Javier just looks at him without moving an inch. Even though Kim Suho's nerves were about to burst out of anger, Kim Suho asks him, "What are you doing? Just get to slicing." Javier said, "Honestly, I think it would be right of us to apologize this time around. We are the one who is causing the inconvenience, after all." Kim Suho shouted and asks, "What? What do you mean inconvenience?" His face turns into a freaking ugly praying mantis that his veins were about to burst out of anger, and he angrily shouted, "I am the one who is being inconvenienced here." For the demons, they felt like they saw their saint in him. He was really fit for the role model. For them, his shamelessness is God tier. Since this bastard was so shameful, no words would sink into him. The Dunkleos decided to stomp on them, which created a large crack. There are large cracks that was created on the whole land that it made. It crumbles down. The demons are panicking, asking for help since they are about to fall. Luckily, Kim Suho has a guardian angel on his side who saved him. Since this bastard is useless in battle, Javier just throws him to the ground, and Kim Suho perfectly landed on the ground using his handsome face. Javier fly towards the Dunkleos to cut him down. The Dunkleos was cut down into several pieces, but the magma debris started to assemble again. Javier noticed that the magma was collecting in one area at a much faster rate. Then the Dunkleos' original body comes back again to its original shape. The Dunkleos said, "Did you just hit me? Did you, huh?" Kim Suho, who was watching on the side, couldn't believe it. In his mind, Javier's attack didn't work on it. The Dunkleos gathers his breath, and then blow the magma towards Kim Suho and Javier. Seeing the approaching magma attack, Javier releases multiple slashes to block it and parry all of the attacks coming from that magma monster. The magma debris from the attack of that monster was spreading towards where Kim Suho was standing. He was panicking while avoiding the magma debris. Kim Suho said, "Damn it, Javier, stop it. Don't do that." But Javier looks back at him while smiling. At that moment, Kim Suho knew that he was pack up. Javier continuously parries down that magma blow of the Dunkleos, and all the magma debris is still hitting where Kim Suho is. Kim Suho shouted, "You bastard, Do not play with my life, just because you think it is funny. Then Javier fly down at a fast speed, and releases multiple slashes on the Dunkleoz. There is a barrage of attack from Javier that it become a rain of slashes, and the Dunkleoz was cut down into pieces. But the same as what happened before, the Dunkleoz bodies that was cut down started to assemble once again, and he came back to his original state. The Dunkleoz point his finger at Javier, and he angrily shouted, "You idiot. Weren't you on my side just now? Why are you attacking me now?" Javier replied, "Ah well, I am a bodyguard for one, and the demons will also be in danger if you go berserk here." The Dunkleoz said, "Step aside. I won't hurt the demons. You look like a man that is full of conviction. Who do you think is the victim and the bad guy here? That ugly bastard has no conscience and is a total demon. Are you going to deceive yourself and protect that?" Javier noticed that what this monster is saying is making sense and starts to think deeply. Because of that, Kim Suho shouted, "Hey you, how can you be seriously thinking about what it said?" The real Lloyd Frontera goes out from Kim Suho's pocket and he says, "Run now. You cannot kill that thing. You need to be alive to help me." But Kim Suho didn't listen to what he said and pushes him back to his pocket. Kim Suho, with full conviction, said, "Running away is only an option after you have tried everything else." The real Lloyd was shocked at what he said. In his mind, wasn't he the first one to run away just now? A man with full determination. Kim Suho said, "Take a good look, you drunkard. Look at the kind of power I've gained from a life of work without rest." But the real Lloyd Frontera cannot believe from what he said, because right now, there is no point for him to act cool. Kim Suho became the bravest man facing this large magma monster, who is as tall as building compared to him, who is like an ant. On the other hand, in the world of living in the Arctic region, Yong Yong, the bone dragon that Kim Suho was able to gaslight, was waiting in there. In Yong Yong's mind, it is a little cold here. When is dad going to call for me? He remembers when Kim Suho said, "In a place where no human will see you. Go wait at the end of the north." Got it? But for Yong Yong, he already missed his dad, and he is so bored right now. Going back to hell. When the Dunkleoz was able to come back to his original state, he tried to punch down Kim Suho, but Javier hurriedly fly and slashed his hand. Kim Suho opened his hand where Entix drew something that could open up a portal for him in a place where he thinks he wants to go. Then he shouted the chant, "Oh, commandment of time and space. Break the taboo and guide me to the place I must go." Then the drawing suddenly brightens up, and he was shocked that it was really working. The stick figure on the drawing started to run, and the place that he thinks is the place where his bone dragon Yang Yang lies. Then, portal suddenly opens in the northernmost region, where Yang Yang is. Yang Yang was confused at first, but when he tried to smell the air that coming from that portal, he was able to smell the scent of his father in that place. Because of the cold breeze that coming out from the portal, the Dunkleoz is confused about that thing, but he suddenly felt an intense cold that made his magma body crack. Because of that, Dunkleoz realizes that his life is in danger, so he hurriedly runs away. He shouted, "Damn it, I will let you go for now. Just you wait and see." But Kim Suho's face turned into something evil again and shouted, "Sorry, but I don't fight the same enemy twice." Then he shouted, calling Yang Yang to come to him, and Yang Yang became like a dog who hurriedly fly towards his father. Kim Suho points his finger at the Dunkleoz who is running away, and he said, "Yang Yang, you must be cold. Your warm heat packs is running away." Then Yang Yang hurriedly fly towards the Dunkleoz and hugs it to remove the cold temperature. He felt the Dunkleoz didn't sweat from the extreme heat of his magma body, but only sweating from the cold temperature of the air. For Yang Yang, it was so warm, and for the Dunkleoz, the hug of Yang Yang is so refreshing. But in science, when magma came out from a surface, it will be called lava, and when it cools down, it will form into a rock. That is why, with cold temperature, the Dunkleoz cools down and solidify, turning his whole body into rock. Then this evil bastard Kim Suho, like he was a villainous boss, came walking while laughing and aimed his legendary shovel at the solidified body of the Dunkleoz. He told Yang Yang to get away since he will going to attack. Yang Yang fly away and Kim Soo-ho attack it, making the Dunklio's solidified body to crumble down. The demons who were watching on the side could not believe at what happened. In all of their minds, that was the Dunklio's, one of the strongest being in hell, and he defeated it. The real Lloyd, who was also sightseeing in his pocket, cannot believe at what happened. In his mind, he actually won. He defeated that horrifying monster. Kim Soo-ho told the real Lloyd, "Take a good look, you drunkard. Look at the power I have gained from a life of without work and rest." Hearing that, the real Lloyd starts to question, "What have I gained in my life so far?" The real Lloyd wants to admit that Kim Soo-ho, who stole his body, was truly an incredible person. Then Kim Soo-ho was suddenly alarmed by the movement of the stone debris from the Dunklio's. Then the Dunklio's come out once again. The Dunklio's shouted, "I am the immortal Dunklio's." But Kim Soo-ho just looks down at him. Since from a big fella, he became a small minion in front of Kim Soo-ho. The destiny became opposite. Since Kim Soo-ho is now the bigger being, the Dunklio said, "Wait for just 1,000,000 years. I will bulk up and trample all of you." Kim Soo-ho just looks at the Dunklio's who was whining. Then his face suddenly turns ugly, and he says, "I would be dead and gone by then though." And he was teasing him by using his tongue, wiggling it back and forth in a childish manner. The Dunklio's cries, knowing that he cannot take revenge. He said while crying, "Damn it, that was so annoying, you mean bastard." And then he runs away from Kim Soo-ho. Kim Soo-ho teases him down and said, "If that triggers you so much, come and get me then, you peanut." This evil bastard who looks like a cow, calling one of the strongest being in hell as a peanut. Looking at the evil bastard who was teasing the poor Dunklio's while his tongue is wiggling back and forth. The real Lloyd wants to take back what he said, that Kim Soo-ho is an incredible person. In his mind, nope, he is not an incredible person. His personality is completely rotten.